You gotta have self control, man. You gotta have self control in any facet of life. That can be your work, your dreams, your goals. With girls, your friends, anywhere. Being outside. I'm saying? You gotta have self control. You gotta practice self control. You gotta master self control. Why do you keep giving into these distractions? Why do you keep giving into these bad habits or excuses? Why do you keep falling into these worldly desires? What I'm saying? Why do you keep texting this girl when you know you're not supposed to? Why do you keep going out with the people who are not making you better? I'm saying? Why do you keep going to party every night? What I'm saying? You gotta have self control. What I'm saying? You gotta be disciplined. You can't go out every night. What I'm saying? You gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the grind every single day. And when that's done, yeah, you can go out after that. What I'm saying? But you gotta have self control and know that, what I'm saying? Your work comes first. Your grind comes first. What I'm saying? Your goals come first before anything else. What I'm saying? Your success is based off your ability to say no. What I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta say no to people. Sometimes you gotta say no to going out. Sometimes you gotta say no to partying. What I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta say no to that alcohol. What I'm saying? You don't gotta go out and party every Friday. What I'm saying? Because that's not making you successful. That's not making you better. What I'm saying? You gotta say no to that stuff. You gotta learn to say no to those things and practice that self-control. What I'm saying? When you master self-control, you're gonna learn to say no. And when the time is right, yeah, you can say yes. But 9 times out of 10, bro, you gotta say no and lock in with yourself, lock in with what you're doing. Control yourself, control your thoughts. What I'm saying? That party is always gonna be there. The alcohol is always gonna be there. Them friends, them clubs, all that is always gonna be there. What I'm saying? You gotta have enough of self-control to know that that's not for you right now. What I'm saying? When you're successful, then you can go party. When you're successful, then you can go out every Friday night. What I'm saying? You gotta have enough self-control right now during your work period, during your grind period, what I'm saying, during your growing period, to know that you can't do that. What I'm saying? You gotta say no. And I'm gonna say this in every video, bro. Like, this goes with every topic I talk about. What I'm saying? Discipline over motivation every single time. You gotta have more discipline with whatever you're doing. What I'm saying? You can't just go off motivation. You can't just go off inspiration. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta do it when you don't want to do it. You gotta say no when you really want to go. What I'm saying? You gotta know what's gonna make you better and what's gonna make you grow. What I'm saying? You got to do whatever it is you want to do. You got to do it every day. Even in the times where you don't want to, you don't feel like it, you're not motivated to. You got to have discipline. You got to practice discipline and you got to do it. Because that's the only way you're going to grow. That's the only way you're going to be successful is with discipline. And what I'm saying? Every choice you make now is going to add up in the future. What I'm saying? Every little choice you make now is going to add up in the future. What I'm saying? Yeah, you can go eat junk food. Yeah, you can go to that party. But in the future, when you're wondering why you're not successful, what I'm saying? You're going to look back and be like, oh, I chose to party. I chose to, go out with my friends instead of work. I'm saying? I chose to do all that instead of grinding. I'm saying? No, I'm not saying you can't go out with your friends. Like, there's a time and a place for that. I'm saying? I'm not saying never do it. But that comes after your work. That comes after your grind. I'm saying? That comes after you do the things that you know you need to do. What I'm saying? And you put the work in, you put the time in, then yeah, you can go party. Yeah, you can go out with your friends. You know what I'm saying? But every small choice is going to add up. What I'm saying? Those little choices that you make now are going to add up in the future. What I'm saying? And if you're not successful, you're going to wonder why. What I'm saying? And there's your answer right there. What I'm saying? What were you doing during this period right now? You were out partying every night. So yeah, obviously you're not going to be successful. What I'm saying? You got to make the right decision now. You got to say no now. You got to have self-control right now to set yourself up for the future. I'm saying that most people fail when they give into these distractions, when they don't say no. What I'm saying? This is where most people fail, is by giving into distractions. And like I said before, you cannot give into distractions. What I'm saying? If you want to be successful, if you want to grow, if you want to, what I'm saying, be the best person you can be, you got to cut off all distractions. You got to eliminate all distractions. I don't care what it is. If it's a distraction to your work, if it's a distraction to your grind, if it's a distraction to your goals, bro, like, it has to go. It literally has to, you got to cut it off. And yeah, sometimes it may hurt. Sometimes it may not feel like the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But being uncomfortable helps you grow. You know what I'm saying? Being uncomfortable is going to get you to that next level. Being uncomfortable is going to get you to where you want to go. You got to cut off all distractions. That could be that girl, that friend, you know what I'm saying, going out, you know what I'm saying, drinking, anything, bro. Like, if it's distracting you from your goal, social media, you know what I'm saying? If it's distracting you from your goal, if it's distracting you from where you want to be in life, you know what I'm saying, it's not letting you work hard. You know what I'm saying? You kind of laying off the work and being with that distraction. You know what I'm saying? Falling into that distraction. It's got to go. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be successful, you got to cut distractions off. All of them. You know what I'm saying? You can't chase instant gratification over long-term goals. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about this in the Worldly Desires video. Like, you cannot chase, temporary pleasure, temporary, gratification, temporary stuff like that. Like, things that are temporary. You can't chase that over long-term success. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the long term. You got to think about, where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? The instant gratification, the temporary gratification is not going to do anything for you, but, help you in that certain time. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the things that's going to help you grow for the long journey. You got to do the things that's going to help you get to where you want to be in the long journey. You know what I'm saying? You can't chase instant gratification because that's doing nothing but holding you back. You know what I'm saying? Let them things go, eliminate them things, cut them things off. You know what I'm saying? Don't chase that instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? You can't let your emotions control, your decisions instead of logically thinking about it, being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Do not let your emotions control your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can have emotions, you can have feelings, stuff like that, but you got to take time to let them, to calculate them emotions and to, figure out why you're feeling these emotions and then make a logical decision. You know what I'm saying? Then make a reasonable, realistic decision. You know what I'm saying? You can't let your emotions control your decisions just off the bat. As soon as you feel angry, you want to stop. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you're sad, you want to stop. As soon as you're happy, you want to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You cannot let these emotions control your decisions as soon as they come up in your head. You know what I'm saying? Learn them, figure them out. Why are you feeling this way? Then make a logical decision. Have self-control. Control yourself when you feel these emotions. You know what I'm saying? Have control when these emotions come up. And you know what I'm saying? It's easy to build self-control. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to gain self-control and, master self-control. And the first thing, like I said, bro, you got to delay your gratification. You got to delay your instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? It might feel good now, but in the long run, it's going to hurt. It might feel great now. It might be perfect right now in this instant. But in the long run, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hinder you. It's going to stop you from being where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to delay this gratification and know that it's not going to get you to that next level. It's not going to get you to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So even if it may feel great right now, even if it may feel perfect right now, it's not the best thing for you. And you also got to create boundaries. You know what I'm saying? If you're scrolling on social media a lot, get off of it, or don't even get off of it yet, but you can set social media boundaries. You can set time limits. You know what I'm saying? Set schedules, create boundaries in your life, you know what I'm saying, that are going to get you to where you want to be. And that goes with self-control. You're controlling yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know where you want to go. So you got to do the things that you don't want to do now to get where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Set boundaries for your life. Set boundaries for yourself. Remove temptations. Remove, distractions. You know what I'm saying? That's setting boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Set them limits on your phone for social media so you don't scroll all day. You know what I'm saying? Use that time to go work. Use that time to go grind. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay focused on the goal. You got to stay focused on, the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep the main thing the main thing. And, you know what I'm saying, the self-control is going to come about that when you just focused on one thing, you focused on one goal. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come behind it. So stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your dreams. You know what I'm saying? We all got that one big thing we want to accomplish. We all got that one big place we want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused on that. Don't let the distractions or these temptations or anything like that, get you off your path. You know what I'm saying? Because life is going to throw everything at you, I promise you. God's going to test you. You know what I'm saying? So do not let these, get you off focus from your goal. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused on the big things. Stay focused on the bigger picture that you want to achieve, that you want to reach. And you're going to go get it one day. You know what I'm saying? You control your future by controlling your actions right now. The actions and the decisions you're making right now is what's going to lead to your future. You know what I'm saying? You control that. You control those actions. You know what I'm saying? So have a little self-control about yourself and don't let these actions hinder your future. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these decisions or these choices hinder your future. You know what I'm saying? Have self-control. Make the right decisions right now. You know what I'm saying? Cut off distractions, cut off temptations. You know what I'm saying? Basically just have a little self-control about yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Build your self-control up and let your future be what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You make bad decisions now, you're going to have a bad future. You make good decisions, good decisions for yourself right now. Your future is going to be set up for the right way for you. You know what I'm saying? So make those right decisions. Have self-control. You know what I'm saying? Stop falling into these impulsive thoughts. Stop falling into these temporary pleasures, these instant gratifications. You know what I'm saying? Think about the bigger picture. Stay focused on your goal. You know what I'm saying? Build self-control. That'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I love y'all. We're on the road to 100 subs. If you have not subbed up yet, go hit that sub button. I'll see y'all in the next one.